Hello and welcome back, everybody, to ThorWcast, your best place for some Deadlock freelance casting of high-tier pub games, generally.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can do it on the ground, but it's like
Let's take a look here at what should be at least Ascendant, maybe Eternus. I recognize a couple names from Eternus, so we'll see exactly what rank this is toward the end, but it should still be very high rank. Oh my god, is that a ground strike first? Lash diving in for a miss, unfortunately, onto the Wraith. Anyway, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I want to go ahead and apologize if my observing capabilities are not the best in the world. I'm still very much getting used to the controls in this game, especially for observing. They are a little bit bare bones, and it is an alpha, so please forgive me for that. But let's take a peek at what's going on in the lanes. So starting from the right to the left, we've got an Eternus and a Yamato lane going up against a Shiv and a Holiday. Honestly, either side could do just fine. This should be a pretty volatile lane and has a lot of opportunity to be action-packed and back and forth. Meanwhile, at our mid lane, we have an Abrams and a Bebop going up against a Vindicta and a Mirage. Abrams, Bebop have tons of kill potential here as long as Bebop hits a hook. Oh, and meanwhile, over here, like I said before, very volatile lane. A bit of a chase from the Eternus is not going to get anything done. He does have to pop the Flame Dash and run the hell away. Takes a lot of damage, does get that aggressive extra spirit to start with. Oh, and a headshot coming out. Meanwhile, on the opposite end of the map, there is a kill that goes down onto the Warden. Haze and Flash getting the kill. Apologies for missing those. We got Bebop diving in a little bit into the mid lane, just getting a bomb down onto that Vindicta. So, back and forth, 1-to-1 here. Kills on the opposite sides of the map.
I'll be right back.
As I was trying to say earlier, if Bebop hits a hook, it should guarantee a follow-up charge by Abrams if they've got a little coordination with each other. Holy crap, Eternus, single-digit HP for a second. Is Shiv coming around the back? He is. Eternus, you gotta run, my dude. Run! You can't just hide in the top. Wait a second! Yamato keeping him alive, trying to get the counter kill onto the Shiv now. Shiv with a huge punch. The Eternus will eventually get taken down. Shiv goes down as well. And now we've got Holiday chasing the Yamato, but I think she's gonna get herself to safety. Does take another headshot. That's an ouchie for sure. Take a look. We've got a lockdown onto the Bebop and the Abrams. Looks like another missed hook from the Bebop, unfortunately for them. But, hey, every time that you miss a hook, you at least attempted a hook. It's better than not trying at all. Meanwhile, on the left side of the map, it is just a slaughter in favor of the Amber team. Oh my god, down goes the Warden again. When I say a slaughter, look at the net worth lead. Warden is down by 1,000, Wraith down by an extra 500 despite being solo in lane for a bit of time. It is a huge victory for the Amber team. We see the Yamato being sent back to base. Leveling up on the grappling arm onto this Bebop for as long range as he can get, but unfortunately, still has yet to latch one of those hooks. Uh-oh.
Green Walker is under
It looks like the Eternus will be able to just barely get himself back, but this lane is going terribly for the Amber team on the right side of the map. They almost never have both of their heroes at decent HP at the same time in the lane. Headshot will happen eventually at this rate. Loses another quarter of her HP on Yamato. Uh-oh, there's a parry by the Holiday. She does not go all the way in. Finally, it looks like a hook got hit onto this Vindicta, and down she goes instantly. As expected, Holiday getting chased by the Eternus, and the Shiv a little bit too aggressive on the execute. Doesn't land it. He'll actually get taken down. And just as I was saying, the Amber team are having a terrible time. They're able to get themselves a couple of kills. A sudden turnaround. Looks like we have some buffs being taken by both of the Amber team members. Left side buff taken, mobility for the Abrams, and a casting buff for the Yamato. She is incredibly happy to see that. Yamato with the casting buff is pretty scary. Abrams leaping in, hook does not latch. Little bit of poke coming from the Vindicta, but I don't think it's going to amount to too much. This lane is pretty much a hit a hook win lane for the Amber team versus poke them from long range on the Sapphire team. But with the rotation of Holiday, it looks like Bebop is probably going to go down here. There he goes. A lot of counter damage from the Abrams. Charged into the wall, but Abrams, my man, you can't do that when you haven't leveled up the stun on the shoulder charge. And like that, the Guardian is going to take massive pressure here from 3 heroes. Good rotation from the Holiday coming out for her team. And meanwhile, Abrams and the Yamato do punish Shiv being left alone.
Taken our blue Guardian.
But if you take a look at it, 2 Guardians in favor of the Sapphire team right now. Both of them having been taken pretty darn early, and a little bit of punching onto this Vindicta. She mistimes her first parry. Some counter kills, and while the kills are nice and all, and Amber team has a little bit of a lead, they are behind in objectives right now. No Guardians taken by them so far. It is kind of early in the game. Only the first 7 minutes. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but you do hope to see them get them. Ooh, Haze, pretty darn low. The ultimate from the Wraith coming down onto the Lash. Lash looks like he's going to be fine. Haze still at double-digit HP. Lash diving in, doing as much as he can. Haze actually able to get the kill onto the Wraith with her ultimate. The ultimate from the Warden comes out, but he is not able to finish things off. No! Massive outplay from the Amber team. Sapphire was so far ahead in HP, and they still messed up. Here comes Holiday from behind. Will she be able to get a kill? Haze, very low, does get taken down. Lash also taken down. Holiday, absolutely the saving grace for her team. She has made waves in all 3 lanes now, looking to finally take the last Guardian on the map. And it will be taken down. All 3 Guardians taken down in favor of the Sapphire team. The Amber team a little behind there, but they're... Never mind. I was going to say they're still doing pretty well in net worth, but with that kill, it has evened up, and even a little bit of farm going to be stolen. Meanwhile, opposite side of the map, Eternus kills the weak point of the Sapphire team. This Warden, who is massively behind. Huge ground strike dodge? Oh, I can't believe that didn't hit. That looked like it should have. And on the opposite side of the map, there is a takedown onto... Oh, here it is. Now the ground strike hits. Now the Wraith gets killed. She stayed way too long. And it looks like Shiv is going to be taken down as well. Uh-oh, Holiday coming in. The saving grace for their team. Can Holiday get some counter kills? Does output a ton of damage, but not able to finish either of the heroes off. They were just still too healthy. Lash getting a little aggressive. There's a possibility for it once these cooldowns come off. Holiday could jump on back in. They're gonna get themselves back to safety quickly enough. A little bit of burst comes down onto the Haze. A card follow-up. She is down to barely any HP. Double digit. The chase down from the Holiday. Can she get there? Not with Lash on top of the area. And he is going to get a massive damage, and it looks like Holiday will pay for being overly aggressive. Once more, Haze getting out on a sliver of HP, being played very well by Dark Knight. Vindicta flying overhead, but it looks like Lash and Abrams are going to be just fine. And once more, Amber gets themselves a bunch of kills and get themselves back into the lead. Right now, it feels like the Warden is maybe not meant to be in this lobby, and a lower level player that is made his way into a higher level lobby. I don't want to be insulting, but boy, he has been 040, 6.6k net worth. It's not looking particularly like a great performance so far. I see Shiv chasing Yamato right now. Yamato does have the ultimate. She could pop it. She should pop it sooner than she gets killed. And the Shiv will get taken down for it. Mirage, also going to be left in no man's land, winds up being a bait by the Yamato, with her allies coming in from every which way and getting a double kill. Not much going on over here on the left side of the map right now. We do see a Fury Trance already finished by Haze. That is a 40% spirit resist anytime she pops it, along with a huge fire rate buff. Great item for this hero. One of the best, even.
Strikes ready.
Holiday chasing the Haze, but Haze is smoke bombed. She's kind of hard to catch. Holiday keeping up with her.
Come at me and see what happens.
Oh, Haze dives around the corner. Really smooth moves, getting herself over the bridge area. Bebop helping out, gets the grab onto Holiday. Holiday takes a fair bit of damage, but she is perfectly fine. Haze not really doing much with that ultimate, still trying to run herself away. Haze barely getting herself out. Infernus on the other side of the map getting himself out. And once more, the Sapphire team dives a little too deep, and the Amber team brings allies, and it's just a cascading effect. Continuing to get themselves a little bit too deep and staying a little bit too long. We got ourselves a 12k lead, 13k lead in favor of the Amber team right now. Kind of hard to say exactly what Yamato's build is going to be at the moment. Whether she's going to go for Spirit or Gun. Just because it's nothing but some early build-up items right now, and it feels like she's done so much. Lash ultimate coming down. Grab onto the Vindicta and the Shiv. Vindicta will get taken down. A chase from Yamato does have the ultimate. Pops it. There is a Warden ultimate going down, but it is nowhere near enough damage. This Warden has basically no net worth compared to his contemporaries, and he will be taken down by these three heroes as the Amber team takes another fight in their favor. Holiday getting herself out as fast as she can. Uh-oh. Will... Oh, good dodges, good dodges. Yamato getting a grab onto the Holiday, who does ultimate Yamato and prevent her from getting the follow-up. Holiday is going to take a big burst here, but is perfectly fine. A counter spell by Bebop keeps him alive for now, but with one more bullet from the Mirage, he does get taken down. And a little bit of fight, a little bit of life coming from the Sapphire team. They are down, but they are not out. That being said, things are starting to get a little bit worrying. Warden, for example, is not a hero that feels very good being played from behind. Ultimate from Haze onto the... Or, ultimate from Wraith onto this Haze, sorry. With the backup of the Infernus, it's probably going to be a trade. Definitely going to be a trade. The Warden tries his best to help his ally, but I think he is just going to die as well. He has no spells up. Wait a second. Holiday coming in is going to be able to keep her ally alive. And a shot from the Vindicta helps make sure that the Warden doesn't get taken down and the Infernus goes into the ground. We've got a Spirit Urn being ran by the Amber team, and it looks like they're going to get it no problem. We've got 3 heroes compared to the 1, and the lead just grows. Down goes Shiv. Holiday coming in, maybe trying something. Doesn't look like it, though. Mirage being chased away by... Well, I said he's being chased away. Looks like he's chasing the Yamato away. Look at her health go down. Jeez.
I see Mirage.
But Mirage has to run away now with the Lash, and it looks like Abrams is going to miss the charge. All right. He should be fine. On the other side of the map, we have Wraith taking a fair bit of damage from Infernus. He is chasing her, even. Her ultimate is up in a couple seconds, but I don't think she lives even with the ultimate. This is a dead Wraith. She should have kept running. This is a pretty scary Infernus right now. He even picked himself up this Warp Stone, able to get in and out a little bit more easily. There is a gun buff right next to him. I think he's about to go take that. Yes, he is. And on the opposite side of the map, a movement buff taken by the Holiday, so the buffs are split 1-to-1. Holiday going in, not going to be able to get a latch onto the Yamato, instead taking massive burst damage, down to pretty low HP, 450, running as fast as she can, bouncing further around. Lash has to finish her off, right? Never mind, Eternus is here, he's got it. Oh, another grab? Never mind, that grabbed the Eternus. That was an oopsie. Eternus looks like he's going to be perfectly fine. Ultimate from the Bebop comes out. The Shiv trying to fight 1 versus 3. And he's going to get chased away. And the Haze just murders the hell out of that Warden. Wraith will be able to get a little bit of revenge. There is a Bebop running the urn over here. He will get it, no problem. Tornado does not drop the urn from you. We get a chase down from the Mirage onto this Yamato. Miss from the Vindicta snipe and a huge burst of damage. He is going to go down, Mirage that is. Meanwhile, the Yamato actually gets out. Lash popping ultimate onto the Wraith, throwing her backwards toward the nursery. She jumps on, but I don't think she's going to be able to get out here. A desperation ultimate, actually keeping herself alive right now. Lash desperately trying to get himself out of the area. Bebop also looking like he's about to go down. Will Lash be able to get out of here? Another Flog keeps him a little bit healthy, but he will eventually go down. Wraith gets herself to safety at the end of the day. But on the opposite side of the map, this Walker will go down in a mere couple of seconds. Down it goes. And Eternus takes down another Walker. So, while the Amber team does take a couple of casualties, they get 2 Walkers on the rest of the map. 20,000 net worth lead in their favor. And things are looking really rough for the Sapphire team. Warden is not a hero that likes to play from behind, and this Warden is currently the lowest net worth. Never mind, lower net worth is Shiv. He likes playing from behind even less than Warden. So, this is looking tough. It's not a 100% done deal, but I'll be surprised if they pull this back, if I'm being honest with you. As long as the Sapphire team has this deficit, it's going to be rough goings for any fight. But hey, if they can just kind of freeze the net worth for a little while, they've got some late game to them. Warden, Wraith, Mirage all scale very well, Shiv included if he can get himself some good net worth. But the lead that the Sapphire team has allows them to do things like that, leading to a kill on the Wraith from the Eternus' damage over time. A very glass cannon Eternus build, working incredibly well as he continues to snowball an advantage for himself. The highest net worth in the game at 25k, and he grabs Duration Extender just to make sure that the Toxic Bullets and Afterburn continue to do ridiculous amounts of damage. Mirage killed on the opposite side of the map, solo kill for the Haze. Haze looking incredibly strong. There is a Lash hopping up pretty high over here. He could be looking for an ultimate. Doesn't look like he will, but they did already get themselves a kill on the Holiday. Running into the back area. Gets himself up high. There's the Lash ultimate. He grabs 2. Doesn't actually get to flow them because of the Wraith ultimate. Warden ultimate popping, the last stand. Forces them to back up a little bit, but let's be honest, this is like a kitty cat trying to chase off a tiger. The Amber team is just too far ahead. They're diving into the base, getting more kills, and not even a single trade. Okay, 1 single trade actually goes their way, and that's it. Everything else is just a massive lead for the Amber team, and it looks like it's all over but the crying at this rate. They'll probably take down the first level of the base Guardian, head back, grab those buffs, and then take the mid-boss. Phantom Strike into a charge. Vindicta taking a lot of damage, but not quite being finished off. Lash actually taken pretty low. He does get himself towards safety, not being able to chase after him. Looks like the Haze is going to get out as well. Everyone in the Amber team backing out. Maybe not the Abrams. I think he might be the sacrificial lamb here. He's going to try to fight, but not much being done there. They didn't get the first phase of the Guardian down, and the Sapphire team was able to chase them out, but look at this. Siphon bullets and another 6,400 sitting on this Haze. Currently deciding what to get. Grabs healing tempo for that extra fire rate. Haze is going to have an incredible amount of fire rate now. He even has this survival buff, so Haze currently sitting on plenty of HP, healing up really fast. She's not going to have to go back to base at all. No fortitude needed at all.
Our blue walker is under attack.
Let's take a peek at what the Eternus has picked up recently. Still hasn't decided on what to grab with his 6,400. Let's see, he should be grabbing something now, yes? I want to see.
So long as you don't burn down my shop.
He decides to go for a Mercurial Magnum. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, but I mean, he's so far ahead, he could probably pick up anything and it would feel pretty good. They've currently got the urn over here, but there's no way they can run it in. Look at that. Shiv shows his face in there for a second and he gets killed. Shiv is supposed to be tanky. Oh, a grab onto the Holiday, but Lash ultimate keeping the Haze safe. Holiday takes a fair bit of damage, trying to pull herself to a safe position. I don't know if she's going to be able to get out. It looks like she will. A chase down from the Wraith. Not going to amount to much. In fact, it's only going to amount to the Wraith having to run for her life, as the Haze and the Eternus are too much for them. Ultimate from the Wraith. Haze has dove too deep and too greedily. She will be taken down. But the first stage of the Patron taken. And it looks like the Amber team wants to stay. Ultimate comes out from the Eternus. Let's take a better peek here. We have a charge in from the Abrams onto the Shiv. Shiv takes a fair bit of damage, but he will keep himself safe. Only 2 heroes up now with the kill onto the Wraith, and I do think that this Patron is pretty darn dead. Shiv trying his best to do a little bit. Here comes a Vindicta, but the Patron's almost dead. Last 10% of HP, and down it will go. A little bit of a stomp this game. Amber team looked like they were ahead for most of the game. There was a little bit of friction in the early game for one of their lanes, but otherwise it seemed to be pretty clearly in their favor. And look at that. Average Eternus rank on both teams. One team just came in swinging a lot stronger than the other, and I want to point out, I do feel like this Warden was not in the ranking he was supposed to be based on the way he was playing. He really seemed like the weakest link, despite the fact that the Shiv was dying even more and had less net worth. It felt like the Warden was prioritized a little bit more in grabbing some farm. It really seemed to be just a little bit of a pressure point, let's call it, that the Amber team was able to lean on. And oh my god, I just looked at Bebop's build. Bebop's build was pure green. No damage items here. This is a green bop. And it worked well enough. His damage output wasn't the greatest, but he didn't need damage output. Look at Eternus. Eternus was mowing people down like he was on a lawnmower. So, hey. Thanks for watching, everyone. A little bit more of a one-sided game this time around. If you like Thor WCast and want to hear more Deadlock casting with my admittedly awful observing, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get better. I'll do my best. Then please hit the subscribe button, the like, leave a comment. All that stuff really helps for YouTube's dumb algorithm to throw more people in this direction. And I really appreciate any of that, even just the view. Thanks very much for that. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and I'll catch you guys on the next game.